Thank you so much for allowing me to encourage you today on Marriage Mondays. I think often in our marriages, at times, we fall into these roles that we have, these domestic roles. So you're gonna vacuum and I'll do the dishes. You do the laundry and I do the bills. And while those are really important roles that we have in marriage, it's not truly the roles that define us as husband and define us as wives. Those are roles and responsibilities that God has given us. So I want to challenge and encourage us all in the same moment to really lean into understanding for a husband, God's specific role that he's given us as husbands is to sacrificially love and serve our wives. And that's what that spiritual leadership looks like. How do I, as a husband, sacrificially, unconditionally, as hard as that is, love and serve my wife today? Ask them, pray over that, but really gain wisdom and clarity and understanding in what that looks like. And then for the wives, God has called you a helper. And yet some people hear the word helper and they think immediately in the context of our English language, oh, that's inferior. Yet Jesus himself is called a helper throughout Scripture. So the reality is we've got to look at these specific roles and responsibilities. As a wife, a helper is to come alongside her husband and to truly be this partner, to be this helper, not a competitor, but a completer in all things in marriage. And in Ephesians 5, that's what Paul is talking about here. He's talking about really wives understand the importance of being a helper. Husbands understand the importance of sacrificially loving, leading, and cherishing our wives, the model as what Christ did for the church. Let us grow in these areas. Don't get so fixated on who does the chores in the home. Obviously, that's important. What's most important is how are you doing? Evaluate how you're doing in the ways as a husband to sacrificially love and serve your wives. And as wives, how are you doing being a helper and supporting your husband, encouraging your husband, being respectful to your husband, being that ambassador, that partner for your husband in marriage? Focus on these things. Focus on the given roles that God has given us in Scripture. Thank you so much today for allowing me to encourage you on Marriage Mondays.